So, this is AC Store Lord or Austin, and welcome back to my channel. And this is the video that I wanted to be talking about. This video right here is a video that I wanted to talk about and wanted to talk about because this movie right here just made history. Well, made history tonight, made history Tuesday, made history to wherever you can find it in your local theaters tonight or even last Tuesday. I mean, well, not, yeah, now that's last Tuesday, but talking about Clerks 3. Now, Clerks 3 is a very good love letter to Kevin Smith, working at a clerk, as a clerk at a Quick Stop in Jersey. Also with Jay, who plays his Jason Mewes, who plays Jay, but also his counterpart. He plays the counterpart of Silent Bob. But this is about Randall and Dante and Randall's story right after Clerks 2. And Clerks 2 basically was the staple of this movie right here and the first one. They go back to the first one and the second one, but mainly this was mainly about also Kevin Smith's heart attack. And Kevin Smith's heart attack, when he was filming Jay and Silent Bob reboot, this gave him an idea to make Clerks 3 because they sold a lot of Blu-rays and DVDs of this movie, of that certain movie that I just brought up, of Jay and Silent Bob reboot. So Lionsgate said, "Hey, if you got more of this, let us see more." So basically, he wrote the story as a continuation to part 2 of Clerks by giving Randall a heart attack, and then him come to the realization that he got tired of just working at the same video store and watching movies every day of his life, even quoting The Mandalorian when he was on operating table, "This is the way," and stuff like that. And you do have that character, Eager, or I think his name was Eager or something like that, also back returning as the good Christian kid, and then bad shit happens to him. Well, bad shit doesn't happen to him, bad shit happens to his friend, and then he makes fun of the fact that he can't pray to Jesus, and it goes a completely different way. But you go from there, and you make Randall make a movie about his life with Dante and everything that's going on as a clerk. And as a clerk, you see the funny things that they did, and they reacted, and that was the funny thing about this movie. He reacted every scene from Clerks 1, 2, and everything, even going down to the donkey scene, and going down to every last detail. When it came down to Dante having a breakdown about he's not supposed to be here today, literally broke down and had an argument about his life. And his life is meaningless. I mean, Dante's life is meaningless. Randall is always there to bash every customer and bash everyone, and it's all about him. But Randall realized that his life was also with Randall. He also realized that he needed his best friend around, and it was already too late. And of course, the emotional part of this. Now, they said in this movie, you're gonna laugh, you're gonna cry, you're gonna cry and cry. Well, you cried several times in this movie. You cried because Randall lost his love of his life. You also cried because Randall was you cry again because Dante lost the love of his life. Lost the love of his life. And Randall lost his best friend. There's no spoiler. If you guys are going to see this movie, there's no spoiler. You do lose a central person of the crew. But also what made this movie fun is he also used some more of the people He only used Walt Flanagan as the 8 guy. He used a lot more people from the comic book men in the background. You see a lot more Jay and Silent Bob trying to, you still see Jay and Silent Bob in and out and saying their lines, but you see a lot more Jay and Silent Bob laughing. I mean, not laughing, but making jokes and stuff like that, and laughing at them laughing, and then Randall and Dante laughing at also them, but also a meta joke between Kevin Smith and Randall saying like, oh yeah, I can film this movie in black and white because the colors in here are bad, and it makes it seem like it's filmed from a security camera. That was the best explanation that you could ever say about this movie. That, oh, it looks like, hey, it's filmed in a security camera. What? And that's what everyone thinks. And some returning characters returned back. All that. This movie had everything that you ever wanted in a comedy, but I didn't know a comedy could also make you sad, mad, glad. Also have fun with it. It was fun to see Jay and Silent Bob back in a movie where they originally started from. It was also fun for them to react the moment where Jason Mewes couldn't say a word on camera or was shy to do anything on camera. And it was fun to go back and revisit these characters. Hopefully this gets a Blu-ray release, 4K, DVD. Even if it's on DVD, I'll go back and buy it. I bought the 10th anniversary of Clerks 1 and 2 on DVD just for me to watch. We watched number 2, of course, but number 1 I've seen 1,000 times, and they like to react everything from part 1 in a little present and a little bow. It's like amazing. Again, a love letter. If you have time to go check this out in your local movie theater, I highly recommend checking this out at your local movie theater tonight. Well, if you did check it tonight, it's at 7, but if you're in a different area and it's in your theater, go check it out. Or if you can find it somehow, check it out. This movie's just not what you think it is. It's amazing, funny, and sad all at the same time. So, yeah. And a quote of the greatest character ever alive. The greatest character ever been alive, and also ended his chapter, and everyone ended their chapter, but quoting that great character, Dante. I hope first I want to say this. Hope I see you guys again. And quoting, well, I'm not done yet. You do see Ben Affleck in this movie. You do see Supergirl, Melissa Benoist. You do see a lot other people that Kevin Smith knows, especially Supergirl, Melissa Benoist, that just finished her run as Supergirl on the CW. And again, his great buddy Ben Affleck and some other famous actors he knows when they're auditioning for Dante, doing the line, "I'm not supposed to be here today." Even you see Machete himself. So, yeah. So I had to mention that before first. So now closing on the greatest character to ever lived, to ever put out a final word for this video. Hope I see you again. And again, I'm not supposed to be here today.